My algorithm telling me to jam everything. I want to mash up everything.
WEFM, the clean fresh sound.
Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Welcome back, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You're listening to Ari and, of course, Christal, and we are activated mornings for this morning. The time is now 8:12, and Christal.
Hey.
Okay, just making sure you're there. Have you
Yeah,
realized
sorry.
that Green Hill is most definitely a hotspot? Because a lot of attention was paid on Layu, last year. But Green Hill has been an interesting place for the past couple months. And I'd even say even the year before. And when you're on the streets and you hear people talk, you tend to dismiss certain things. But then certain things you just can't dismiss further. So as a lot of Vincentians know, someone was killed in Green Hill yesterday, or was it the day before?
Yes,
And
the
since
day
then,
before last, the night before.
yeah, on Wednesday,
Wednesday
there's
night.
a number of conversations surrounding this shooting. Now, Searchlight has an article out, says Green Hill not welcoming following Rock's killing. So Rock is the name of the guy who recently lost his life. So I'm gonna read part of this story. Begins, Green Hill is not welcoming strangers or persons believed to be strangers as residents try to deal with the Wednesday, February 7, 2024 killing of Kelly Rock, aka Brinks, as he sat with friends on the roadside. A friend who requested anonymity said that there were persons alignment, smoking, talking when we hear gunshots. Me, I just ducked behind a house. Next thing we hear, Brinks get shot. Those who were sitting with Rock when he was preferred not to say anything, citing the fact that the killer is still out there and no one knows their identity. However, another resident who was a few feet away from the group, of which Rock was a part of, said everyone scattered when they heard the shot, and Brinks, which is Rock, tried to run to his home. It was this move which apparently cost Rock his life, as the gunmen, according to investigators, had positioned themselves perfectly for the heinous crime, firing multiple shots into Rock's body as he ran away unknowingly towards the gunmen who were positioned near his residence. His family are heartbroken and distraught and requested understanding in the time of grief for not wanting to speak. Searchlight understands that the police apparently recovered shell casings from a rifle and a 9mm handgun on the scene of the killing. Wednesday night's killing makes the homicide 4 in St. Vincent and the Grenadines for the year. Now, last year, 2 men were shot in Green Hill. The 2 men, and I pulled up the wrong story.
Uh-oh.
But
while you're looking for it, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's like a zombie. It just happened from community to community. So
I think Green Hill a little different.
it spent a couple nights down, Glayu. It's fell up a glen. Thank God. Walk through. So I'm just kidding. Because it just seems like it's just like moving. Unless there are like obviously there are several places that would have like higher crimes of a certain type than others. But yeah,
Found this story.
buying time so you could find where you're gonna.
Yeah, I found this story. So you remember the story where last year a mother came under scrutiny for leaving her children alone and going to Byra. Now, during this time, the young man threw a bottle and injured his younger brother. And I think it was because they were annoyed that they had to take care of the younger brother. It was big in the news cycle because the magistrate requested the mother to come in, and she couldn't really give a proper explanation as to why she abandoned her children and moved to another side of the island. Now, the story reads,
Mm-hmm.
a man who made headlines multiple times this year, including for assaulting one of his younger brothers with whom he lived alone, is among two men who were shot Tuesday night. Michael Lyscott, a 20-year-old, and Haiti age, 20-year-old. This was December last year.
Mm-hmm.
Unemployed man of Old Montrose presented himself at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital Tuesday night with a gunshot wound to his leg. Circumstances surrounding Mr. Lescott's injuries are currently under investigation, is what the police said at the time. He arrived at the hospital sometime after Junior Woods, who was shot in both legs in Green Hill. Woods, who is self-employed, said him and his girlfriend were on the way home in a motor vehicle when an unknown assailant attacked them. They were both treated at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital. That was another Green Hill shooting, by the way. Green Hill man shot and killed. Homicide counts moved to 20. This was in May last year. Then there's Green Hill man killed early in early morning shooting. This is October last year. So I'm wondering now, because just yesterday I took a drive up Green Hill. What is being done to curb these shootings? We see in Pause out there, police doing patrols in Rose Place. That's Rose Place? Yes, Rose Place, Bottom Town. We see police doing patrols. But what is being done in Green Hill? Because from my observation, a number of the shootings are happening between young men who are teenagers and between teenage years and around 22 to 25. So what is being done, or what can be done to curb these shootings?
Oh boy. Um, I don't even know where to start with this one because looking at the ages and the genders, there's always a bunch of young boys getting themselves in trouble.
And it's not
And
like
some of
people
these,
don't talk to them. People talk to them.
but once the tree has gotten to a stage where it cannot be bent, it's very difficult to change or to influence a person's mind. Train up a child in the way that he must grow and he will never depart. If he has been groomed to be a menace, that is for
Mm,
me, it has to take an
mm.
absolute miracle. So the question is, how do we prevent further young boys from being socialized to become criminals? Because that seems to be a problem. Um,
You see this story where Trevor Bailey was saying that police communication with public is essential to effective policing, where he was saying that police officers cannot expect to pass the block straight, don't speak to people in the community, and then expect to look to the community to assist them when there are murders. It's not practical. It doesn't make sense. You have to have a relationship with your community, and that's what I've been saying for months. There needs to be some form of community policing. You need to start back making relationships with people in the villages that you're stationed in the districts that you're stationed in. You should be able, if you see a youth going down a certain path, that, and I think one of the officers stationed in Leo, he tries his best to speak with the youths when he's on the street. He tries his best to build a relationship with them so he could deter them from going down the wrong path. But how many, and I'm not saying the onus is only on the police officers, it's on parents mainly, then the schools, so your teachers, your principals, and then police officers, and then the wider society. Unless you think it's on a different structure or more of the same.
um, there's a song by Iper, Society in Trouble Anytime the Family Fails. So it starts with the family.
Mm-hmm.
And the family would not necessarily be on mother and father, but it's like uncle, aunts,
Mm-hmm.
cousins, siblings, and what's not. Like, and I would include in the family like maybe neighbors as well. So when that fails, obviously it leaves room for, let me say, the devil to come in and do his part. Question is like, why is the family failing? And I don't know if it's because of economics or pressure, stress, mental health problems, just passing down of traditional um, means of rough upbringing. You like toxic traits too. You grew up poor, you grew up a certain way, so you just extend that and you become more frustrated and what's not. I think these are certain things that we need to look at to address it. And I know my solution is not um, overnight, but I think in the long term, it could reap some benefits. As to the community police, and I think that's the way to go, so I agree with you. But I would just add in that police, they also offer youth clubs. So they do things outside of youth clubs where the parents would have to come in or guardians and send them to those initiatives. A simple thing as going in the community, hey, let's go kick a ball now. Let's go play basketball, play sports.
Mm-hmm.
Unless the police officer is not fit. But go play some cricket, go play just play something. You could even sit down and just chat. So play some domino now. Just interact, and I think with that you make them feel comfortable, you interact with them, you go to them on a human to human level. I think it will reap a lot of benefit.
But I do
Speak to
think
them in their language.
the community policing and the youth clubs go hand in hand, because then when you form a relationship with your community and you give the youth something to look up to, that would then attract them and encourage your parents to send them to the youth clubs. I think they walk hand in hand,
Remember, some
because
of these young boys don't have proper parents, eh? They
that
don't.
is also true, which is why you need to reach out to them, which is why you need to speak to them. Instead of going on the block with aggression or passing the block straight, you need to build a relationship with these young men. Now, I was able to speak to one of the young men involved in the shooting, I won't say who. And what he said was, when he was at the hospital, he's there saying he's in pain, he can't give up information, he is there in pain, he cannot help the police right now, he's going through it. And when the police said to him, they should have shoot you in your face. Now,
Oh,
if that is true, how does that help the situation? How do you expect people to give up information? And we know that sometimes force is used to get information out of certain people. But how does that help? You
it doesn't.
inviting violence to combat violence in the community. How could you say you should have get shoot in your face? If he said it. That's if he said it. But it's not something that's uncommon, because empathy goes out the window when police perceive people, and not even just police, society. When society perceive people generally to be criminals, they want the worst to happen to you. They don't think these people are human beings and we need to see how we could save them. You know, most people that think that way are pastors. I can't even say Christians, because Christians turn their back on people as well. But I really do believe one of the main things that can be done to curb these shootings in these areas is to build a relationship with the young people. Find out why it is that they're resorting to violence. Why is it that they're resorting to selling drugs? Why is it that they're resorting to robbing and stealing and burglarizing? Why? And then from there we can see how we can curb this. How can we help these youths? How can we educate them, show them scholarship programs, show them the benefits of education, show them the benefits of a trade?
Mhm, mhm.
Uh, Yeah, that's my 2 cents on.
8:26.
It
All that.
is
I mean,
8:26. Okay, you had something else to
mhm.
add?
Oh, you're gonna take a break now?
Yes.
Rodney Small wants to join.
Okay. Well, so
Um, so I'm trying to see because there are two things. He's actually going to Trinidad. Well, we spoke about that,
yeah.
right? On invitation from Pantry and Bagel,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have our own panorama launch. So we're gonna keep this live, right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So let me send him the link, and after the ads, then we'll come back with Rodney.
All right. So we'll be right back.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
$310,000. That's the Super 6 jackpot for Friday, February 9th. It's $310,000.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Do you spin a dial to make a call on your rotary phone from the 60s?
No.
Are you driving an unreliable and risky automobile made in the 1900s?
Of course not.
Are you still fiddling with an antenna to get good signal on your black and white television from the 20s?
Really?
Then why are you still stuck in the past, sitting on an unintelligent 1930s design toilet? That's right, 1930s design. What does your bathroom say about you? Don't get left behind. The future is now. Be smart. Be progressive. Get yourself a smart toilet seat or a complete toilet today. You can visit the My Smart Toilet Seat office on the 3rd floor of the Blue Corner building opposite the old Anglican School on Bay Street. Our smart toilets are also available throughout St. Vincent at retail outlets with the orange flags. For more information, you can call us at 457-1703 or visit our website, justwashit.vc.
Whether you're ripping it up on the highway or taking a casual Sunday drive, OT Tire Limited is second to none when delivering excellence at reasonable prices. We offer new and used tires, tire repair and installation. We are the only place that offers nitrogen, which helps with gas consumption and ride comfort. Supplying you with brand name tires like Maxxis, Kumo, Good Ride, Westlake, and Triangle.
Boom! Enjoy the VIP style customer waiting lounge with refreshments and free Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying, yo? This is Skinny Fabulous, and when it comes to tires, nobody makes it easier than OT. Boom! Got me on the road when the OT car tire.
Follow OT Tire on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter today.
Hey, boom! Run the road with OT tires.
First National Bank says get the home you've always wanted with zero down. That's right, as we celebrate more than 85 years of being here for you as the first indigenous bank, we're giving 85 individuals 100% financing to achieve their dream of home ownership. This is possibly the most important decision you'll ever make. 100% financing for your dream home. Call or come into First National Bank today and ask about our zero down payment, 100% financing for mortgages. First National Bank. Here for you.
Did you know? Have you used them? Vertis, Medushi, Lilies. These are among the best bathroom tissue products available any place. Excellent quality, larger sheet sizes, and more sheets per roll. Check them out and compare with others. And guess what? Guess what? These are produced right here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I tell you, Vinci's have class. Yes, real class as always. Let's keep our standards high. Buy Vertis, Medushi, and Lilies. Made by St. Vincent Containers.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Welcome back, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The time is now 8:31. You're listening to Ari, and with me is Christal, and now joining us, Rodney Small. Okay, we seem to have lost Rodney. But as they try to figure out that connection, Just like to remind everyone, well, Lanes would like to remind everyone that you can make this Valentine's special when you shop at Lanes Department Store. From February 9th until February 14th, it's 15% off store-wide at Lanes Department Store, along with a massive 50% off on a wide selection of items. Step right into Lane's Department Store this Valentine's. Okay, we seem to have gotten back Rodney here. So, good morning, Christal. Good morning, Rodney. Your mics are muted.
Morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Morning. Rodney, you come at a time where we were discussing you guys going to Trinidad and using the same marketing techniques that you were using before. So you just missed that discussion there.
Maybe
But I'm
lucky
glad
for
You
that
him.
guys,
you're here. Maybe
you
you
guys
can give
meaning
us some insight.
you guys meaning the European movement?
No.
CDC.
Oh,
So
okay,
Rodney is
okay.
going on YPM, but he'll explain himself. Rodney, what are you
Yeah,
going Trinidad for?
Well,
Trinidad.
the European movement, which is the governing body for steel pan in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, was given an invitation. All right, were invited by the president of the Pan Trimbago, which is the governing body for steel pan in the world, to come and observe their panorama, to see what is being done, what is working for them, and basically for us to have a meet and greet and have some discussions on the way forward, because the president of Pantry has been following the Europan movement and what we've been doing, and she thinks that she wants to have a better relationship with majority of the steel pan movements across the region. I am aware that the Antiguan president of their steel pan association is also there in Trinidad, so she's going to take the opportunity to just have some discussions in terms of the way forward for steel pan across the region. Also, I will be doing some interviews and some commentary during the live panorama competition. So we were invited by the president and her executive to be a part of the panorama and to have some discussions. I would be going along with the vice president, Ms. Aishika Diriggs, and our general secretary, Leslie Ann Millington. We actually leave later on today and we return on Sunday. So it's really to go and meet with the president and also observe and see what is working for the biggest steel pan event in the world, which is Trinidad Panorama. But while I will be doing that, or while we will be doing that, obviously we're going to be marketing and pushing Vinci Mass and everything that is associated with Vinci Mass and St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Mhm. Question, is that okay? So you said while you're in Trinidad, you will be promoting Vinci Mas. Is that because of your capacity? What you know, you're on the board, you're president of YPM. I'm asking if outside of the invitation, would you have gone to Trinidad?
No, outside of that invitation, I didn't have any intentions of going. In fact, because as a board of director, you would have to bring regular reports from your component, which you represent. So I represent PAN. So when the invitation came, I reported at the board meeting that this invitation came, and I mean, we see it as a great accomplishment for us here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines as a steel pan fraternity and a steel pan art form. So then, I basically indicated that I would be there, and I mean, and so I don't have a problem for the time frame that I'm there to really help push St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Vinci Mas. The chairman and the board of directors of the CBC offered any sort of support that we may need during that time. So it's really a hand in hand motion. I mean, you can't separate the two, because if I'm there, I'm a board of director, I'm representing PAN, I'm representing a component, I'm representing St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's just only fair. But I mean, Pan Trimbago also helped with some of our expenses and some of our sponsors here in St. Vincent for us to go down to Trinidad. So it was really a easy task to get things together. But outside of the invitation, I really didn't have any intentions of going to Trinidad because of all that we have going on for PAN and also my regular day-to-day job. But when the invitation came, we saw it as a great accomplishment and we didn't want to turn it down. I mean, because of the nature of it.
All right. Ronnie, I like to put positive first before we go into the different discussion. What is it? What benefit do you think this would have for PAN in St. Vincent and the Grenadines?
Well, as we speak, we just finished completing our work plan and our amendments for our constitution, which we were seeking guidance from Pan Trimbago. where our constitution are concerned, to see what their constitution is like and to see what we can use from their constitution to help with ours. So one, there's that. Secondly, for years we have been trying to see how we can bring together a lot of the association around the region, in terms of the Steel Pan Association, to foster great relationship. One of the things we have on our table is capacity building. And one major thing that we want to do is to see if we can get tuners from Trinidad to come to St. Vincent and help us with that training element of things. And we want to run it through Pan Trimbago to see how they can help in terms of facilitating getting tutors to come to St. Vincent and help us with that deficiency that we now have where we hardly have any tuners. I mean, the experience of being in the savannah during Panorama, to see what is working, to see what they're doing, to see what we can implement, to see what we can also share with them in terms of, because there's certain things that she likes. When I say she, the president of Pantrimigo, there's certain things that she likes what we are doing too. To have that direct conversation is very important. But mainly, we want to have a conversation about partnership and exchange programs in terms of capacity building, in terms of tuning, in terms of our arrangers, in terms of our adjudicators. So those are some of the major things that we want to go and put out there, and to let them know that St. Vincent, we do have our association, and we would like to bring players, we'd like to bring our bands, we'd like to bring on executive in terms of when they're having these global or national activities that is relating to Pan.
Mhm.
All right.
I know from previous years, certain bands, when you said we like to bring out players, certain bands would have relationships with specific bands in Trinidad. Does that mean that there's an opportunity for other players, or there will be an opportunity for other players to either partner with Country and Bago or partner with relative respective bands to have that exchange too?
I mean, indeed, this exchange program started with the former president of Pan Trimbago. I think Mr. Warren Knight, he was the president of the Ulapamud at that time, who went ahead and fostered that relationship, or started that relationship. So we just want to continue it and put it on a level where it's like a brother and sister kind of relationship. But yeah, those are things that we're going to discuss. I'm going to let her know about the bands, leave information from our band. So if there's direct contact or there's any need for direct contact, that is going to be there. But it's really to establish and open that level of communication. But outside of that, we want to do things throughout the year with Pan Trimbago, not only during their carnival or our carnival, because Pan is an all year round thing. And as I said, that we have a lot of things in store for capacity building. There are a lot of things in store for our marketing, because the level in which Trinidad is where Pan is concerned, I mean, we don't have the kind of numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there are things that we can gain from them, and things that they can gain from us, right? As a smaller committee or executive. So it's really to also give the bands that opportunity where they can have direct communication with Pan Trimbago, I mean the managers and the band leaders, and for us to increase that relationship of that exchange relationship with players going to Trinidad and players coming to St. Vincent. Not just that, but our adjudicators being able to go to Trinidad, because Trinidad have competitions all year round, right? Just to expose them to what it is like doing these things in a country that has Pan as a priority and that is bigger, right? We are hopeful that this relationship and this particular trip is going to open doors for other things outside of just being there observing the panorama. And I mean, I also would want to have the opportunity to meet some other band leaders who I am with friends with on social media, but getting the opportunity to meet them in person, because again, we have events throughout the year that we would like to see a guest performance from Desperados or Phase 2 or Renegades once it's workable, and vice versa. We want to see Epic going to Trinidad to take part in one of their releases. So those are things that we want to do.
Okay.
Is it me?
No. We seem to be having a problem with his audio.
Somebody call her, Rodney.
Oh, maybe it's a call. Yeah, maybe it's a call. But yeah, when he rectifies it, I want to know how exactly does the CDC plan on marketing carnival down in Trinidad and Tobago? But we seem to have lost him.
Okay, so until he comes back,
Mm-hmm.
um, Rodney is also the president of the European movement, as you mentioned, the governing body for steel pan in SVG. And
Mhm.
on February 17th, there will be a panorama launch. Every year there's a panorama launch. And right, February 17th, which is next week. Next week.
Yes.
The event is dubbed We Go In Rama. Oh, interesting. And it's a social media launch. So maybe you should take a 2 minutes and go right into that. And then Ari has a question.
Well, we actually don't have time.
All
That's cool
right.
to say.
All
But
right.
anyway, when you
So
come back up now, you gotta make time.
yeah, no problem at all. No problem at all. But I mean, him say
That might be
90,
perfect actually.
and then we could do a follow up on the visit and then talk about
Yes, and the marketing techniques and how what was the feedback and yeah,
marketing
Yes,
technique from
man.
whose end? From
from
Yulopan
CDC
or
from CDC. No,
well,
I
I would
feel like
want to
Europan is gonna be pretty straightforward. It's just nothing. There's nothing but benefits to be derived from that visit
well,
as
I
it
mean,
relates to Europan.
I would like to give respect to the marketing officer and the director of marketing on the board before I do that.
Mm. Well,
Right,
yeah,
but
well, they
Oh,
I
have
would love to
time.
chime in where I can in terms of my experience while being there and seeing what was being done. But I
So
know
were
there are a
you
lot
there
of
mhm,
last year?
no, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
mhm.
So thanks a lot, Ari and Christel. We will continue the conversation and thanks for always having us Yulopan movement and bringing updates.
All right,
Social
All right.
no
media
problem.
launch.
Man. Thanks for joining us.
All right.
Hold on.
Yeah, he already gone.
He gone.
Yes.
Um, so what I'm assuming, because I've only seen the flyer, European movement, they have a Facebook profile and Instagram, European SVG.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I guess they are going to have that.
Yeah.
And it starts at 7 p.m. So, I mean, it's pretty easy and straightforward. Just
Yeah.
get yourself ready.
And
Interesting, they're doing it on
Himself
social
is
media.
his socials are quite easy to find. So there's
Yeah,
no
yeah,
complications in getting information in that aspect. Really
yeah.
wanted I really wanted us to touch on this youth that spent the 2 days on remand after trying to threaten the principal, but that'll have to be a conversation for Monday.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah. So we already have Lisa here in studio. So
Hi,
we just
Lisa.
she's waving.
Thank you.
So we're just gonna play the quotes out and we'll be right back to hear what quotes has to offer us this week and weekend.
Pick your daily reward from the Quartz Ready Cash Money Tree. Every customer is a winner with every loan of $3,000 or more from Quartz Ready Cash. Plus, you get to enter to win a weekend for two at Sandals. No deposit, no collateral needed. All you need is your ID, proof of address, pay slips, job letter, and 2 references. Visit your nearest Quartz or Ready Cash location today or apply online at www.quartz.com. Get more for 2024 with Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
WEFM, the clean, fresh sound.
And we're back with quotes this morning. Good morning, Lisa.
Very pleasant good morning to you. Happy Friday to all the persons who've tuned in. We are less than a week away before Valentine's. So you still have a little time left to pick up that perfect gift for your partner, for your loved one. And of course, all these gifts are available at Quartz. The perfect gift is available at Quartz. So whatever your pocket can meet, I'm sure we have something in store that you can afford. Who doesn't like gifts? Don't you like to receive gifts?
Everybody loves gifts.
I mean, I even love a gift that I know I'm supposed to be getting.
I was to give you the update and I forgot. And I remember last time you were here, I told you that I had a friend that was interested in buying the treadmill, and you mentioned that it was 50% off, and they did go and purchase it.
Oh, lovely!
And they seem to be pleased with
That's
it.
great. I'm glad that so they have started off the year perfectly by going on that healthy lifestyle, and we've extended that promotion. So we have some items, some gym pieces that are still on 50% off. So for those persons who still have not purchased that gym piece, that exercise equipment, and you're really on that path for fitness for 2024, don't feel as if you've lost out on the promotion. We still have items available. And for those persons who want to gift their loved ones a gym piece, now is the perfect time to do it. It's half price. Again, we also have beds, the perfect night's sleep. Perfect. I mean, who wouldn't want to wake up the next morning feeling as if they've had a really good sleep, they've slept well, they feel like if they slept for 3 days, so you can get up and take on the world. We have so many different mattresses available at Quartz. We have Simmons, we have Sealy, we have Serta, we have Sleep On It, we have Restonic, and these even have different ranges to them. So if you're looking for something that's gel infused, you're looking for something that is just simple memory foam, you're looking for something that's spring and foam, we have all those available at Quartz. So the perfect night's sleep, you can gift that as well for Valentine's. We even have our motorbikes, our AKT bikes on special. We are giving you 20% off for the month of February, and you will get, when you purchase, a free helmet and a free tank of gas. I mean, look at how we love people.
Yeah, but them in time for Lucia Independence.
We have them in time, and if you want them in red, if you're really sticking to the color of love, we have them in red, we have them in white, so you can make your selection. And we even have the scooters. So whether you're looking for a full range motorbike or you're looking for something that's a little bit more that you can handle, we have the scooters as well. Remember that you can do it on cash and credit. If you do it on credit, we take care of everything for you, which would be the insurance, the inspection, the registration, everything. If you're doing it on cash, obviously, we leave that up to you to take care of. But the motorbikes do come with a 1-year warranty. We have quite a number of persons throughout the length and breadth of St. Vincent and the Grenadines that are owners of AKT bikes. So if you want to join the club or join the organization of the AKT bike holders, then you can do that. Just come in and speak with our team, and we'll get you on that bike for the weekend. For persons who are looking for a cash loan, I know people just get paid, but some persons' money finish, unfortunately. I mean, I think it's the December, January hard times, and some persons still struggling even though it's a week after payday. So if you need to get something to tie you over, remember that we have our payday loans up to $1,000 that are interest-free, and all you pay back is the amount you borrowed plus the documentation fee, which I think is like $50 or $60. So you just pay that back. There's no interest added to that. If you want a bigger cash loan, of course, we have up to $20,000 available. You need to bring in the required documents, which is proof of income, your ID, and a bill to verify your address. And the ladies can take care of you once you come in. Remember, we have a standalone Ready Cash store as well, which is located directly opposite the General Post Office in Kingstown. So you can go directly there if you want to they deal just with cash loans, nothing else, just cash loans alone. Business loans as well. So if you have a small business, you're an entrepreneur and you want to get some money to help expand your business, we cater for that need as well. For those persons living in the diaspora, if you want to make that purchase for your loved ones back home, we've got you. You can visit any of our branches. There's one in Brooklyn, there's one in Queens, and you just visit. You tell them, listen, I want to buy a bed or a chair or TV or whatever for my family member back home. They facilitate the transaction right there. All you have to worry about is what time we have to deliver it to your people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, right? So it's a hassle-free way of doing a transaction for your family members back home. And remember, it has the warranty, so if you don't have to worry to ship it and God cross your fingers to make sure that it gets there in one piece, right? So that's a peace of mind transaction for you. And talking about peace of mind, when you come in to make your purchase, you can ask for additional coverage on your item. Most items would have between a 3-month to a 12-month warranty on it, manufacturer's warranty. But if you want to buy additional warranty on your item, it's like an additional insurance. You can make that purchase. So if you're buying a fridge or a freezer or a chair set or a bed, I mean, any big purchase like that is an investment. So if you want to make sure it is covered for an extended period of time, you can ask about the extra coverage that you can purchase for those. So that if anything happens, you don't have to end up buying a brand new item. More or less, it's going to be covered either for parts or for a replacement once you have our extended warranty coverage. Our optical department, we continue to give you that value that you can see, where you can come in and get your eyes tested absolutely free. And this is another way as well that you can take care of your loved ones for Valentine's. Why not bring them in, get their eyes tested, gift them with a pair of glasses? I mean, the gift of sight is so important. Looking after the person that you love by showing them, listen, I really care about you. I want to make sure that your eyes and that you can see. I mean, that's the best gift I think of all that you can give somebody. So you can come in, do the comprehensive test. Most persons, I mean, their glasses can be returned within 2 weeks because we have to send it over to Trinidad for it to get fitted by our lab. But you can do that transaction whether it be on cash or on credit. Most places would not afford you the opportunity to do your hire purchase on glasses. Most persons will tell you have to pay cash up front. But with us, we give you 2 years in which you can pay back for your prescription glasses. Our team, our Ready Cash team, is going to be doing a little outreach tomorrow. They're going to be doing house-to-house visits in the Kittels, Clare Valley area tomorrow.
Okay.
So, just look out for them tomorrow. We actually coming to you. We know some persons can't come into town. So we're coming to you. So when they come tomorrow and they visit, I mean, if you have any questions, you have any queries, you want to sign up for a cash loan, they can do that right there on the spot tomorrow. And it's between the hours of 9 and 1. So look out for them tomorrow. And for those persons who are coming in to make that purchase in store, remember that we have a really fantastic gift that we're giving away at the end of Valentine's, which is around the 24th. Valentine's is every day. I mean, whether you do it on the 14th or the 24th or the 26th, it doesn't matter. One lucky person is going to get a getaway for 2 in Canawan. So your accommodation and your airfare is taken care of.
Okay.
So you just show up. That's all you have to do. And all you have to do to be eligible is to make a purchase of $9.99 and over, and you're automatically entered into the draw. As even in our cash loan, already cash department, we also have daily prizes as well that we're giving away. So you come in and apply for a cash loan, and your loan is approved, you will automatically pick a prize. We have TVs, we have air fryers, we have small domestic appliances, we have discounts, there is no try again. Literally, you will get something when you come in to a Ready Cash store and take out a cash loan for the month of February. Okay, so guys, have a safe and a really great weekend. For those persons traveling by sea and by air, it's a little rough out there. So, I mean, I wish you safe journeys. But again, have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll be back again next week. We will give you an update in terms of what's happening, what's new, what's exciting at Courts.
And how can customers contact Courts outside of your visit today here on your WFM?
Okay, so you can either email us. It's www.courts.com. You can also call us. It's 456-1325. Once you call that number, somebody will answer. You just tell them what department you need to be put on to, and they will do the necessary transfers. And talking about numbers, I just want to leave this last bit of information. We launched our wish list about 2 weeks ago, and we're still asking persons to submit that name of individuals who they think would be a good recipient of whether it be a food basket or an item from Courts, because we want to be able to give back to persons come March 24th. So the wish list is still ongoing. We're still looking for names of persons. Feel free to reach out to us, whether you want to bring the letter in, you want to call, you want to email, which is courtsgoodnews.com. You can email the information as well to that address and we will pick it up. Right? But we really want to have an exciting time going about and giving as much as we can back to the communities and the people in which we serve.
All right. Well, thanks again for joining us this morning,
problem.
Lisa. It's always a pleasure.
Have a great week.
Bye, Lisa.
See me soar in 2024. Be seen wearing the best and latest styles in eyewear from Courts Optical. Buy one frame and get a second pair for free. Mix and match with your favorite brands. A variety of colors and fresh new styles. Buy one frame and get a second pair absolutely free. Shop today with no cash and pay later. Schedule your free eye exam today at courtsoptical.com. Soar into 2024 with BOGO. Only at Courts Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. Offer valid until January 31st, 2024. See in store for details.
WEFM, the new fresh sound. WEFM, the new fresh sound.
Activated Mornings on WeFM 99.9 is on now.
It is now 8:57, soon to be 8:58. We have roughly 2 minutes left in this segment. Just want to tell those traveling from Beckway to St. Vincent, mainland St. Vincent and the Grenadines, that there will be no ferry service today, especially from Beckway Express. So, according to Eyewitness News, rough seas in Kingston forced at least one ferry to return to Beckway without docking this morning. Several other ferries are anchored in the bay in the hope that they would be able to dock later that day. But Beckway Express for sure has put out an update that says there will be no departures today, Friday the 9th, 2024, as the Kingston port is closed due to a strong surge. Regular schedule resumes tomorrow.
Wow, that's something.
Yeah, at least people are safe. That's what I'm grateful for. That
I
people are
know.
safe.
I know, but that video from the other day with on the boats in the
Mhm.
channel.
That video
Lord.
from that was not nice. It looked quite uncomfortable for those in Beckway or on their way to the mainland. So
Okay, we'll take the normal thing.
yeah, it's inconvenient, but at least you're safe. So those who are planning to come to mainland St. Vincent, you may not be able to do that until later today. But if you're planning on coming via Becker Express, you would only be able to travel starting tomorrow. So thankfully, no one was harmed, and it's just a slight inconvenience for now. I'm just grateful that no one was harmed this morning.
Oh, nobody was trying to catch a flight.
What's that?
I hope nobody was trying to catch a flight.
Well, if they're trying to catch a flight, then it doesn't affect. It wouldn't affect them. It's the seas that had the issues.
No, if somebody coming from Beckway was coming up to catch a flight.
Oh, in that way. Yeah, that they might have to
like,
fly.
worst
They
case
might have to fly.
scenario- I
Yeah,
don't
but
know. I think yesterday it was it was extremely windy.
yeah, you sound
But
kind of
like,
distant, Christal.
I am.
Yeah, you sound kind of
Sorry.
distant.
Is it weather? How's that?
Okay, sounding a bit better.
Oh, I was just like wondering, worst case scenario, if they could have like docked at another port. Is there another place like on the leeward side of the island that they could have docked?
Yeah, but I'm here looking out the window and the sea is not looking pleasant at all. And we're at Kittles Bay. The sea is not looking pleasant at all. But the time is now 9 o'clock here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and it's time for your ECCB currency exchange rates brought to you by Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.